put something on the handle. Hey, look, you're melting. You're melting. What? Melting. Wait.
Oh, yes, I win.
Let's play again.
I'm up. But I missed.
Escape Room is a 2019 psychological horror film directed by Adam Robitel with a screenplay by Bragi F. Shute and Maria Melnick from a story by Shute. The film follows a group of people who are sent to navigate a series of escape rooms only to discover that their fates are tied whether or not they can beat them in time. Within the span of a year, I have now watched 3 films titled Escape Room, all about, you guessed it, escape rooms, and I've come out the other side of it never wanting to hear the words ever again, and if anyone ever asks me to participate in one, I will have to slap them. With so many films on the same subject being released in such a short amount of time, I ask why none of the writers or studios thought to do the smart thing and give any of them different names. If you don't have the state of mind to think about giving it a title that doesn't feel repetitive, then what does it say about the film itself? While 2017's Escape Room, 2017's Escape Room, and 2019's Escape Room all share plot and name, they have nothing in common. Neither are sequels, reboots, or remakes of each other, which seems to be a common misconception. Comparatively, I can say the most recent one is better than the previous 2, but that does not mean it's good. It's like comparing home brand versus name brand of a crappy product. One may cost more, but it's still crap at the end of the day. Escape Room is put on a far grander scale than its brothers and is of a much higher quality, but neither of those things is due to the script. One can up the quality and scale of any film with the right budget. The pros of this film are easy to list due to there being so few. Acting across the board is top notch, as are effects and set design. The rooms are vast and detailed and appear as though they defy the laws of nature, which makes them idyllic visuals for a film such as this one. The characters have distinct personalities, so we are easily able to differentiate between them all, which allowed each character to stand out for various reasons. But that is where my positive comments end. As I said, there were few of them. In describing this film to a fellow reviewer, I broke horror down into 3 categories: blood and gore, suspense and psychology, and the 2 combined. Escape Room calls itself a psychological horror. As we go through the film, we see little to no blood and gore, so one would think they have gone for suspense and psychology, especially based on its description, but sadly it has achieved neither. To live up to the psychology, there must be higher stakes and motivations behind each character's actions, and most importantly, the mastermind behind the entire series of events. There also has to be something in the script that speaks to something in its viewers. It could be a primal instinct, or it could be fear, or just by making the audience feel like they are experiencing the events with the characters. Unfortunately, not a single one of these things occurred. They could have played on the characters' survival instincts, but even that was limited. Everyone was, for the most part, calmly eager, and there was never a sense of dread or suspense because each stage of the game was the same. While the scenery changed, the stakes never did, the suspense never grew, and there's never a moment where the characters were forced to reflect or grow. It was quickly becoming so monotonous, I was taking several breaks to play a game on my phone, and I was finding that far more interesting than anything this film was offering. In films of this nature, characters usually go through some transformation or realization when all is said and done. This also doesn't happen. While it might appear that way for 2 of them at the end, it's all very superficial and mentioned more in passing than ever actually established. The closest any of the characters come to any development is Taylor Russell's character Zoe. She went from meek, timid, quiet to loud, aggressive, determined, and motivated. If anything, I wish they had explored that more. The worst thing about this film is the so-called revelation at the end. With movies like Saw, we have the brilliant twist that the mastermind was there all along and it never had to be that complicated. In House of Nine, the twist is the game has only just begun. In this film, a profound twist is merely a bunch of bored rich people spend way too much money to set up scenarios that people have to try to survive, and they try to make it so hard because they don't want you to survive. Oh goody. We went through all of that. The grandness, the way elements were so personalized to the individuals as if they were meant to learn something. Like in Saw, you feel they are either expected to atone for their sins or be encouraged to finally live their lives, or maybe it's just about revenge. But no, it's just about bored, rich people and no one and nothing matters. There's nothing more upsetting to me, aside from watching a shit movie, than watching a horror film with an underwhelming or pointless premise and conclusion. As if that wasn't bad enough, they have chosen to give the film a sequel. While I can see how the ending may lend itself to such a thing, I fail to see what the point is. To sit around and watch another group of people attempt to overcome obstacles they're not supposed to overcome just for the amusement of rich people we will never see or hear. I can think of a better way to spend 100 minutes and Hollywood studio money, and that isn't it. While, yes, this film is superior to the others, it is by no means good, and if it's on a high horse, it shouldn't be. While it had elements there that could have been turned into an impressive and substantial horror film, what we got was a watered down commercial horror film that caters to people who aren't comfortable watching horror movies but still want to say they watched a horror film. I would call this diet horror, horror without the calories. You can take in as much as you want and you'll never experience an ounce of fear or any other emotion that would leave any impact on your psyche. So while this is ideal for people who find horror films terrifying but still want to say they watched one, if you are a hardcore horror fan or a fan of psychological movies, then my recommendation is to not bother with this. If you hated Truth or Dare, chances are you'd hate this. If you like Truth or Dare, then this might be up your alley. Okay, I've officially reviewed 3 movies titled Escape Room. This got to be like some kind of record. I never want to do it again. Technically, only 2 escape room reviews are on my YouTube channel, and I'll be posting one of them at the end of this video. But the other one was a micro review, and that can be found on my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Instagram. I did start doing, because I watched it for my 31 Days of Halloween challenge, and I was doing recap videos, but by the time I did about the 4th, I kind of ran out of steam and we were already in November, and I just didn't see the point on going to all that effort to make them when it wasn't October anymore. So I ended up deleting it. So my little review on one of them still exists. It's out there. It's just not on my channel. But suffice to say, the one that I watched for October last year was the shittest of the 3. So, I mean, God, I can't believe I've watched 3 films titled Escape Room. What has my life become? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below, share your thoughts on this film, and let me know if you have seen any of the other escape room movies, or one of them, or if you've even heard of them. So, I don't know. Either way, no more escape rooms for me. I pray. Oh wait, no, there's a sequel. Shit! Oh, bollocks. Okay, now I have to mentally prepare myself for 2020. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do that. So, until next time, bye.